Welcome friends in Science Lecture 5, the human eye in the colorful world. Fine, today's topic we are going to learn the defects of vision of eye. So in defects of vision of eye and their corrections. Now there are three types of problems that are occurring generally in case of an eye. First is myopia, second is hypermetropia, and third is presbyopia. First we will take as an myopia. Now myopia is basically known as nearsightedness. Nearsightedness. This happens in the person of any age group, generally starting from very small young age to a larger age, and this can happen to any age group person. This is where the nearsightedness word is used due to the image which is formed nearby. Actually the image should form on the retina, as we have learned before. Here it is retina which is creating image on its rows and cones. But this lens is not able to create the image on retina. It is happening in before in vitreous humous portion, which is not distincting, making the correct image. That's why the image should actually form here, but it is happening here. So this is a kind of a defect which is formed. That's why, because it is happening nearby, this is called as a nearsightedness. But what happens here, that the person cannot see objects distinctly. And far away objects. Far away objects, that is far point objects are not seen. Far point objects are not seen, that means the very far objects which are not very near to you, that is at infinity. The infinite objects are not seen very clearly, and that is before infinity, rather we use the word as. So before infinity objects are not seen clearly. Right? Up to few meters the person can see, but after that they cannot see it in front of retina. This is rising to two things. It is given here as an thing here. One, that is excessive curvature of the lens. That means the lens is not capable of becoming enough thin. The ciliary muscles are not capable of pulling down the muscles, eyeball, and it is not capable of making the eyeball thin enough. That is the first thing. That is excessive curvature. Excessive matlab mota hai. That is remaining thick, not able to become thin. And secondly, the defect can be corrected by using convex lens. So ye elongation of the eyeball happens, that means elongation, that means they remains thick only, can't become thin. And the defect can be corrected by using the concave lens. You are able to see here, this is the concave lens, and correction can happen according to the appropriate focal length can be used and make your eye correct. The second is hypermetropia. Now what is hypermetropia is exactly opposite to it. Hypermetropia is called as an farsightedness. Myopia was called as a nearsightedness. Hypermetropia is called as an farsightedness. Why farsightedness? Because the image which is formed is beyond retina. That means the further actually should be here, but it becomes further beyond retina. That's why this is called as an farsightedness. In this, the objects are not seen clearly, nearby objects are not seen clearly, fine. And this normal is approximately 25 centimeter. That means the person is not capable of seeing below 25, and is not, like you are reading the books and all, you are not capable of reading the books. That is a problem which is rising. So these types of defects are created in this. You are not able to read the books properly and not comfortable. That means if you want to read the books, you have to take your books very far away, about 25 centimeter, make your eyes small and try to read it like this. So the light here, this rises by the two things, that is the focal length of the eye lens is too long. It becomes too long as in focal length, and secondly the eyeball becomes too small. That means the eyeballs become shrink out. Right? Actually speaking, if I can explain you in the common languages, the common language will be, what happens that this ciliary muscles cannot pull. That means the iris is basically has opened a large to see the nearby, and it should become thick. But the eyeball does not become thick, it remains thin only. So the eyeballs cannot become thick enough and becomes thin, remains thin. That's why the image is formed actually far away from near away. That means it is gone far away and not capable of making it near to the actually on the retina, and that's why this is happening like a defect. Here they have given two things about focal length also remaining long and eyeball shrinking. Right? How it can be corrected? It can be corrected by using convex lens. So convex lens, this is an diagram for convex lens. So you may see that the convex lens makes the image correct like on the right on the retina. Right. The last one is presbyopia. Now presbyopia actually happens due to aging. Now this becomes then if I show you the lens actually should be like this. Proper lens should is actually like this, right? But in presbyopia, what happens? The lens becomes like a drop. ये ड्रॉप जैसा हो, it becomes like a drop and you are not able to make your lens in a correct way, correct position. That means your eyes are not capable of pulling down the lens in the correct position, and due to aging the muscles, ciliary muscles lose the control on it, this, and due to which the due to gravity the lower portion becomes thick and the above portion becomes thin enough. This type of defect is called as an presbyopia. Right, and both the defects are created that the person is not able to see nearby objects clearly, and the person is not able to see the far away objects also very clearly. So to correct this, the lens bifocal lens is supposed to be used. Bifocal lens is supposed to be used. Fine. It can these all defects can also be corrected by using proper contact lenses, and maybe surgeries are nowadays available which can, but the surgeries are applicable to certain persons only of certain age group. Beyond this it is not applicable. Fine. So I hope so you must have understood these defects. Thank you for this particular lecture.